In this installment, we'll be breaking down the NFC Divisional Playoff matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Highly anticipated match. Guys, get ready, get buckled up. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D. I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your NFC Divisional Playoff round between the LA Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. And if you're a viewer and you're not currently a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button. For me, we are trying to get to 1K. 1K is the giveaway goal. So let's hurry up and get up there. We are currently at 729. Trying to move at a steady pace, and I will continue to give you this banging content, leading you in directions and to the correct plays. Also, you can take this, my analysis, and put it towards your bets, because I pretty much tell you who I think is going to win and where I'm freaking leaning. And also, if you look at the thumbnail, I kind of give it away there as well. So let's deep dive into this matchup. Matt Stafford coming off his first playoff win in his NFL career. And now we have Tom Brady in another opportunity to add to his legacy in this playoff run, his second run with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's start off with the captain position. We're looking at two top defenses. Okay, we know that. All right, one of these things are going to have to break. You got Brady's mind and intelligence going up against this LA Rams. Very talented defense. We have some question marks with some of the injuries. So let's check that injury report just really quick before we go fully through. And on the Tampa Bay side, Shaq Barrett is going to be back. Giovanni Bernard is going to be back. Leonard Fournette should be back as well. We're waiting on final news. We're probably going to get that on Sunday, so watch out for that one. Lavonte David was limited all week. He should be fine. The big guys, Ryan Jensen, the starting center, limited participant. We're going to wait on news for him. He's currently questionable. There's no Ronald Jones. So that's a little bit of a minus, but if Leonard Fournette comes back, then you got a nice 1-2 punch between him, Giovanni Bernard, and Keyshawn Vaughn. We have an out on Brashad Perriman. He wasn't really getting much run anyway. Jason Pierre-Paul is going to play. He has no injury related to why he missed the last three practices. And then Tristan Wirfs got in the limited practice on Friday. That is something trending towards him playing. So now he is currently a questionable. So we're going to officially wait on news on him. That's going to be a big factor protecting Tom Brady, okay? Protecting the asset. And then everyone else is pretty much on rest between McClendon, Gronkowski, and Ndamukong Suh. Those guys are going to be fine. On the Rams side, there's going to be no Andrew Whitworth on their line. This is a big loss to them in that running game, especially going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers run defense, which is pretty stout still all season, even though they've declined just a little bit. A lot of guys been in and out, but they're still ranked 8th and 10th against the running back position. Taylor Rapp is out at safety, so they got a lot of mixing and matching to do at that back safety position, the back DB selection. That's why they have Eric Weddle, who's been missed for like the last 2 years. So I think that's an avenue that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady can definitely exploit. Other than that, everyone else is fine. Now let's get into this breakdown. All right, starting off with the captain spot. A lot of high-priced guys. This can be in a way an option. So some of the flex guys I do speak about, if you put them at the captain spot, just because all these guys are very super, super high priced, it's either you're going to have to sacrifice some people and like it's not worth it, or you can get creative and choose some of the cheaper options that I might say at flex, put them at the captain, and then you can really bang in all the guys. So you still need that captain guy to hit pretty decently, but if you have the meat and potatoes is all hitting, then that captain just has to do just enough. All right. So let's start off with the captain position. The number one guy is going to be Cooper Kupp. Let's just be 100% honest. It doesn't matter the matchup. It doesn't matter game. This man had 2,000 yards receiving. Oh my God! I didn't know he had 2,000. Dang, man! I know he had way over 1,000. I didn't know he reached the 2,000 plateau. That's very, very impressive. Cooper Kupp is going to be our top tier captain choice for this game. Obviously, they're going to, well, with Bowles, he's more of an aggressive type of defensive coordinator. He's going to bring pressure. They're going to definitely try to fluster Matt Stafford, even though Stafford has ranked pretty highly against the blitz this year between him and Joe Burrow. They've been pretty much top tier. Um, Not necessarily that they need it because they do have some of their weapons back, like Shaq Barrett. They have Ndamukong Suh, and they have other guys that can get to the quarterback. But definitely, it shouldn't affect the connection between Stafford and Cooper Kupp that much. Because as much as he gets targeted, he's gonna get his. All right, he's gonna get his. Cooper Kupp's gonna get his. The question is, will he get in the end zone to really boost that value? I think he definitely has the opportunity to. And he's one of the best route runners in the league. So love Cooper Kupp at the captain spot. Big, big factor. Tom Brady in a big game, okay? I'm going to have to play him at captain. I'm definitely going to have some lineups with him at captain and some without, obviously, because this is the Rams defense. This is not going to be a cakewalk like they had last week. This is a whole different type of ball game. Yes, Tom Brady has limited weapons, but he still has Mike Evans. He still has Rob Gronkowski. And when did that ever matter? All right, he made no-name guys in New England, and he's doing it now. He's going to do it with the Buccaneers. All right, it'll be Scotty Miller. It'll be Tyler Johnson coming out of nowhere. It could be Cameron Brate. Or it could be O.J. Howard. It could be Giovanni Bernard coming out the backfield. It could be Leonard Fournette. It doesn't matter. Tom Brady is on that next level where you're not that fully concerned with him missing Godwin or him missing Antonio Brown because he still gets it done. He still gets it done. They went into that Philadelphia game and beat the brakes off the Eagles. They went into that Carolina game and beat the brakes off of them. It's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady. All right? It's Tom Brady. At this age, he passed his passing yards for a season, and he's 44. That's We're playing Tom Brady, okay? I don't care what the defense. I'm not playing defenses. I think it's going to be probably a high scoring game. In this one, um, the only question mark is the turnovers, and the only person that's going to be really turning the ball over probably is going to be Matt Stafford. I see a way that obviously the Rams defense can get to him and fluster him, but I'm not. You're telling me to bet against Tom Brady. I'm not trying to do that. All right. Next guy is going to be Mike Evans. This is the number one option for the Buccaneers, obviously, with no Godwin, no Antonio Brown. Mike Evans has stepped up as the number one guy. Will he be seeing Jalen Ramsey coverage? Yes, if he is lined up on that right side of the ball. Okay. Ramsey does not follow. He's not going to unless they change their game plan, which they could happen. It could happen, but if they line up Mike Evans in the slot or on the other side in different ways, which they probably will, then it's not going to shine me away from one of the top targets in this offense. And definitely someone he's going to need to lean on, especially in that red zone area. Mike Evans is an elite top tier option. So love him at his price of 10,400. Next, Leonard Fournette. If Leonard Fournette is cleared, we are going to definitely go back to playoff Lenny. This man has had an outstanding year, taking over the reins as the number one running back in this offense. And Leonard Fournette, pretty much, he left after week 15. I'm pretty sure they were just trying to gear him up for this playoff run. So if he's cleared on Sunday or Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, whenever it comes out, we're definitely go back to playoff Lenny 100%. All right. And if he's out, then that's when you can go to Giovanni Bernard because he's going to be one of the key guys out of the backfield, or Keyshawn Vaughn. He's going to be more of the runner. All right. One last guy that I got two. We got two. We got three, technically. Stafford can be an option at the captain position if you see this as a high scoring affair. Either Rams keeping up pace with Tampa Bay or Tampa Bay keeping up pace with the Rams. Then you see these two quarterbacks putting up major points. Both quarterbacks have put up over 5,000 yards passing. So you know that ball is going to go all around the field in this matchup. Two top tier defenses, but in this type of game, everything counts. Everything counts. They're going to exploit mismatches, and both sides have things that will go against the other defense. So I'm not too concerned about that. Stafford, the only enigma with him is the interceptions. He finally had a game with no interceptions. Uh, Other than that, week 18, 17, 16, 15, you continue to go down. He's had an interception in each and in every one of those games. So that's the only thing holding him back and really giving you negative points. But he still is an option for this offense, top tier offense at the captain position. Okay. Next guy, we're really going to bump him up. That's going to be Rob Gronkowski, okay? Rob Gronkowski awakens. As you see what he did at the beginning of the season, had some big performances in the first 2 weeks, 29 fantasy points, 19 fantasy points, 13 and 22 against Indy and the Giants. And this is going to be the ace in the hole right here for Tom Brady, his best friend, his best buddy, and a great mismatch, 100% a great mismatch with all the concerns that the Rams have at the safety position. He will torch Eric Weddle, okay? He will absolutely torch Eric Weddle. I love Ron Gopkowski for a touchdown. I love Rob Gronkowski as a captain option, especially at this price. This is something I'm talking about where it's, lower level, but definitely has the big upside to really maximize that captain position, and that's going to be Rob Gronkowski. All right, I'll leave at the captain spots right there. Let's go over to the flex positions. And the first one we're going to speak about will be Odell Beckham. Ever since coming over from the Cleveland Browns, he's been a red zone monster, okay? Red zone monster. He has a touchdown in 3 out of the last 4 weeks. And then before then, he had a little stretch where he had 3 touchdowns in a row against Arizona, Jacksonville, and Green Bay, okay? He's not, having a huge game. Like, you don't see 100 yards receiving from him. But the key part is they're looking for him in that red zone area, just to get eyes over Cooper Kupp. This is leaving Odell Beckham in one-on-one coverage, and it's the reason why he's had 6 touchdowns in the last 8 weeks. Very, very something that we're not accustomed to because he's been struggling the past couple of years ever since those Giants days. So Odell Beckham is definitely going to be one of the top tier options at a flex for your lineup builds. Okay. Next guy we can look at and consider will be Cam Akers. He pretty much had the same amount of carries as Sony Michel, probably just a little bit more. I was a little bit more reserved with him. I thought they were going to just lean on Michel, but hey, this is going to be their playoff run. They're all in on this season. Cam Akers looked pretty good against Arizona from my eyes. Um, it is a tougher matchup. That's why I put him as a flex instead of a captain, because this is the Buccaneers defense. We're hoping for more work in that receiving area. A little bump up of what we saw against San Francisco. If we see it get 3 to 5 targets, that's a little bit better for him. Get him more in the screen games. Then Cam Akers definitely can really provide value to his current price, especially at the flex position. So Cam Akers is definitely someone to be notified with and put him in the pool of all your lineups. Let's continue going down. Let's see if we can find some other gems here where we can save some salary but have some big upside. Like I said, not really looking at Sonny Michel because Cam Akers is in the mix. He's kind of fell wayside, and he's just a runner. He would definitely have to capitalize in the red zone. They've been splitting carries in that red zone between Akers and Sony Michel. So from that point in that red zone area, if it's goal to go, it's pretty much whoever's not tired that's getting that run at the end of these drives. Okay, Tyler Higbee is another option for the Rams. He's been getting more used each and every week right here. Against the Baltimore, 9 targets. Against San Francisco, 8 targets. And against Arizona, 3 for 4 for 46. Solid performance. We need him to get in the end zone. That's why he's a flex play. That does have some consistency. We need him either in the touchdown, get him to get a touchdown, or him to get double-digit fantasy points. So that's going to be the key with Tyler Higbee. But I like the way that they use him. They scheme up at least 1 or 2 tight end screens for him each and every game. They always have that in their pocket. But so Tyler Higbee definitely is an option. Let's continue to go down. Giovanni Bernard, I'll throw him in there. just because we're waiting on news for Leonard Fournette. But if Leonard Fournette is out, I really, really love Giovanni Bernard. He was able to get 13 carries for 44 yards and a touchdown. And then the receiving department, that's key, especially on DraftKings. 5 receptions, 7 targets for 39 yards at 19 fantasy points. A lot of people missed on that in their lineup builds last week because everyone just went straight to Keyshawn Vaughn, and he outperformed Keyshawn Vaughn. All right, let's continue to go. Van Jefferson is the wide receiver 3 in the offense. He's been getting a little bit less work, obviously, with Odell Beckham around. He was a very solid number 2 before our Odell Beckham came in the picture. He's kind of refrained just a little bit, but definitely has some upside. This is the big play guy. So if you see a big, deep ball for like 30, 40, 50 yards, Van Jefferson is most likely going to be that guy coming down with that ball. So he's little much kind of like a throwing a dart type guy, Deshaun Jackson type, which they had last year. So Van Jefferson can be a lower end flex. I'm not looking at, if I'm looking at a defense, it's going to be a 10-base defense because I think they can exploit Matthew Stafford. They're more aggressive. They can create turnovers and get to the quarterback. I think they have a better chance to get to the quarterback. We're waiting on news about the 10-base offensive line, but they're trending towards playing. But I prefer Tampa Bay's defense if we're going to go there. I would choose Tampa Bay's defense over the Rams defense. Kickers, we're going to go with both kickers. Matt Gay and Ryan Suckup are plays in this lineup, in your lineup build. So we'll throw them in there, Matt Gay. And we got Ryan Suckup right there. Those are going to be 2 solid options. And then we'll throw in Buccaneers defense. Do we have anyone else down here? All right. And here's 2 more. Cameron Brate, Tyler Johnson. Okay. These are the type of guys where, like I said, Tembe is limited with their options. Someone's going to have to step up. All right. Cameron Brate, Tyler Johnson, Scotty Miller are all going to be these guys, these secondary options. If they try to take out Mike Evans or Rob Gronkowski, Tom Brady's going to have to lean on Cameron Brate, Miller, and Johnson. He did it last year in the playoff run. Scotty Miller, right before halftime, had that deep catch for like 40 yards and a touchdown. So these guys are 100% capable. They have a connection with Tom Brady already. So there's no question mark of me going to these options, but they're definitely viable as a bottom flex in all your lineup builds. And that's how cheap as I would go. I would end with the Tampa Bay cheap guys down here, and I think we don't have to go anywhere below that. O.J. Howard is kind of much of a non-factor. Jake Funk maybe gets a carry, but everyone else here is a no. So let's go with our guaranteed 3 plays for each and every lineup. Number 1 is going to be Gronkowski. I put Odell Beckham. I hit the wrong button. Number 1 is going to be Gronkowski. 100% the connection between Tom Brady and Gronkowski. I think Gronkowski is a guaranteed touchdown. Just like I think Kelsey's a guaranteed touchdown. Just like I think Derrick Henry's a guaranteed touchdown. These are guys that pop up like, all right, they're the number 1 options for their offense. All right. Luckily, Tampa has 2, but it could be Jalen Ramsey defense, and we're not going to see that with Rob Gronkowski. So, love Gronkowski. I love Tom Brady because he could definitely put up some numbers on any defense. It doesn't matter. And then on the other side, 100%, you got to play Cooper Kupp. All right, these are going to be my top 3 plays for our lineup builds in this showdown between the Rams and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rob Gronkowski, Tom Brady, and Cooper Kupp. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any other question marks of plays at the captain or flex options, let me know in that comment section down below. We could definitely discuss that. There's a lot of ways we can go with this, but your best option is definitely having 50 to 100 lineups so you can spread your board around and not just be keyed on just 2 or 3 plays. Okay, trying to have a nice core, which you have a core right here, those 3 players, and then you can surround them with other guys around, okay? And just mix and match, all right, in your lineup builds. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetJD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out.